Okay, Boris, we're gonna cook the food. It's the only part we're gonna cook is the sockeye salmon, 3 pounds, 4 pounds of yogurt, blueberries, 1.5 pounds, and in the blender I'm gonna do the eggs. So there's 18 eggs, I'm estimating 3 pounds, and 1.5 pounds of mushrooms, and 1.5 pounds of greens, 2 pounds of liver, 3 pounds of chicken hearts, 30 pounds of brisket, plus a little prime that I made for lunch earlier, and chickens, 28 pounds, and then I'm going to estimate like 5 pounds or so of what I didn't eat. I shared some with the neighbors, and a glass of wine for the sous chef, plus a little past dogs, Katie, Max, Astro, and my son with Astro when he's a puppy. And there was when he was a puppy. We ready? Okay, he's waiting. Okay, I grind the eggs down to make sure there's enough calcium, like small particles of calcium. I'm sure the chicken bones will add it, and I added a little turmeric. And then I also pour these in, and then I'll split this thing between the 2 bins. So we'll add this one. And last of the chicken livers. Oh, not on the counter. Don't tell Erica. And then I chop them up so they're real fine. Okay, and then I split the ground hearts and mushrooms. I grind those together, and then I split them between the 2 buckets. And then I cut up my first brisket, so I'll put that into this one, and then I'll cut the other one up and put it into that one. Okay, it's time to grind the brisket. And the size holes are 10 millimeters, so it's like a chili. Okay, so I'll do that until the whole brisket's done in here. Okay, there's a whole brisket, and then I'll start putting chicken down. Oh, sorry. Oh, get in there. Chicken licking. In you go. First thing I'm going to do is grind that. Stupid protector off of there. My hand won't fit in there no matter what. Okay, there we go. There's the other quarter. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Finish that, and then this one goes, all those chickens go into the other half. Okay, I cleaned up the kitchen. I put everything away. I bleached everything. Always use bleach. And I have 2 totes, and this is what it looks like. I cooked down the spinach and greens a little bit. And then I poured the I ground the blueberries and poured those in, and then each of the yogurts. And now I'm going to mix it up by hand, and then I'm going to use a scoop and put it into 3 or 3.5 pound portions. I got to look that up. All right, so for the puppy, Rodney Habib, he's an Austin scientist and dog researcher in cancer. My dog gets 7% because of his weight, because he's really active. And then down below is the shepherd. So if you do the math, it basically comes to 1750 grams and then about 1,000 for the shepherd. So right now I'm just gonna make the puppy food, and the truth is I'm gonna kind of eyeball and split up the one for the shepherd later. And here's the food, and I've already made up these bags, and I'll do a final count in just a little while. But basically I use a scooper tool, and into the bag it goes, and then I wait until so that's half, right? Or a little less than half. All right, so we're at 11:58. You got the idea. I'm gonna go to 1750. Okay, so now we do the math. So you go back to how much the puppy is eating. I went down the list of all the food and the cost. I had to draw lines. You guys can pause it if you have to. So I got 82.5 pounds, and I divided it by the 3.85 pounds per day for the dog. So that gets me 21 days worth of food. So here are the costs. That $10 bottle of wine is a requirement. The grinder fee, because eventually that thing will burn out. It's already making some noises. Maybe I'd get the horse and a half next time. Hours it took me from 11 to 2:30 with all the cleanup and everything. $20 an hour, so that's 70. It looks like labor is one of the big cost factors. Shopping, I mean, someone's got to go shopping or order it, and then a truck fee. You got to load it into your vehicle, and can't even start a car for less than 20. So that comes to $271 in just the food for 21 days. And then freezer cost, I went through and estimated what the freezer fee is per month. And you figure, they tell you it's cheap, but you open and close it every single day, maybe twice a day, or once a day, or believe me, it's going to cost you that much. So we get in there for 21 days, or about $13.43 per day. And one place you can save money, obviously, is on the sockeye. $26 for 3 pounds. All right, so you can save a little bit of money there. But I went back and double checked for the puppy. I told you Rodney Habib calculates it about. Okay, so Rodney Habib calculates it again at 7%. Plus, I text with Vlad last night, and his girlfriend independently agrees that it's got to be 7% plus, especially if you're running the pup pretty active during the day. So I think the numbers are right, and I hope that helps. Dogs are expensive. Okay, why is this so important? Boris, is this important? You never know. All right, I'm going to go over the math. Here we go. So here we go. The cost for 21 days is $282 or $13 a day, basically. The cost looks like it's labor. It's about 25%. So $3 out of that, $330 out of that $346 is what you could throw capital at in order to save money. So you get a bigger grinder. Blending takes time, so you could throw capital at it for a big blender. Packaging into zippy bags, automated but capital intensive. Then you got to scale to at least a factor of 100. Blast cooler, and then you're into a floor grinder, commercial food blender. Well, you're not a floor grinder, but a big ass grinder. We could drop a whole chicken and it's gone. Then you got to have an AC facility. I keep my house at 69, so you do the math, and the $15 per pound per day revenue you'd have to, the margins are really tight. You could lower quality, and the next thing you're selling is shitty kibble. All right, $2 to $4 a pound. I mean, like a Nutro or the Origin. So the bottom line is now I know why you can't buy good quality food. So if you can't pay the $13 a day, then do what Rodney Habib recommends for cancer and a healthy dog. Every day add a few cooked greens, throw in, I didn't write it, but throw in 3 blueberries, an egg, you know, with a little bit of pat of butter. Don't give them that margarine shit you're eating. And then the meat that you cook at home, okay? Whatever it is. Lamb. All right, you probably don't eat lamb. So if you cook a chicken, give them the thighs. And then along with the kibble, you mix it in and don't let your dog get fat like you do for yourself. If the dog's in your car and you go to McDonald's and that mutt sleeps in the seat, doesn't eat that shit, okay? That's the bottom line. That's all I know. Don't let your dog get fat. Let him have lots of exercise. That's it. I'm done.